For many years, the mystery surrounding the abandoned trailer on the outskirts of town remained unexplained. It belonged to an individual named Jack, who disappeared without a trace. No one knew what had happened to him, but rumors circulated, suggesting that he had made off with a large sum of money. Only when his son inherited the property did the truth come out. As he began to clean out the trailer, he promptly discovered a shocking secret that his father had kept hidden for years. Facing the trailer, he contemplated its deplorable and outdated condition, wondering why his father had kept it a secret all these years. However, his father had a good reason for this. As he opened the door and stepped inside, he was greeted by a musty smell and mountains of dusty objects strewn about. Examining the clutter, hoping to find answers, Adam came across something that seemed not to belong there. Unfortunately, he found no relevant initial clues in his search, only the first of several. Little did he know that unraveling the mystery about his father would only lead him to more questions. Why had his father disappeared without a trace? Why had he abandoned the trailer? However, when Adam received a letter from the government stating that his father had left something for him, he was surprised. It had been so long since he had thought about his father, who had disappeared when he was just a boy. However, the mystery was far from over. It seemed that his mother had declared his father's death to the government authorities, hoping to inherit something valuable after his disappearance of more than 15 years. Instead, Adam was the one who inherited his father's only remaining property, a dilapidated trailer hidden somewhere deep in a forest. It was not his father's declaration of death that surprised Adam, but rather the fact that his father had left something for him. He could not remember ever visiting a trailer with his father. When he shared his discovery with his mother, she was equally surprised. What had his father hidden from them? As soon as Adam had obtained the coordinates of the trailer site, he packed his bags and headed for the forest, which was a 3-hour drive away. This distance only increased his questions. Why would his father take him so far away? It seemed that his memories of his father were not aligned with this new revelation. Who was he really? A vast rise in the middle of an isolated forest. The nearest town was an hour away, making it strangely quiet. As he followed the route on his cell phone, he noticed the trailer hidden in the depth of the forest. It seemed that his father really didn't want to be found by anyone. Finally, he spotted something in the distance, unsure if it was the trailer, as it was camouflaged among the colors of the forest. But with each step he took, it became more evident that he was walking towards the trailer. He stopped when he saw it in front of him. The paint was peeling and the windows were covered with dust and dirt. The back had collapsed and the door was off its hinges. Mother Nature had clearly taken over the trailer, which had looked untouched for a long time. What was my dad doing with this old thing? He thought as he shook his head. He circled the trailer, inspecting every inch. He waited a few minutes before going inside. There was something about it that made him uncomfortable, but after going all the way around, he knew he needed to get inside. He opened the creaky door and entered the trailer, enveloped by the smell of mold and neglect. Cobwebs covered every surface and years of debris were strewn about the place. Determined to get answers and clean up that old place, Adam set to work. But soon he came across something strange. He started removing everything from the trailer, taking it outside so that the daylight could illuminate the room and look for clues. He wasn't sure what he was looking for, but he hoped to find something related to his father. That way, I would be sure that he had been there. The floor was covered with dirt and broken pieces of the trailer. Adam had to wear gloves for his own safety, as he could easily injure himself on the broken wood and rusted metal. He began to organize the pile into smaller piles, wood on the left, metal on the right, objects in the middle. He didn't care what a mess he had made of the trailer. It was already in terrible condition and there was no way to fix it. time was a lost cause and his only goal was to find new information about his missing father. Finally, as the sun began to set, Adam found something. A small rusty key was hidden, buried under the trash on the floor. Nothing inside the trailer was locked, so Adam thought there must be another location, somewhere, that might be hiding his safe. Ada realized that something was wrong. The evasive look on his mother's face and the troubled expression on her face were indications that she was hiding something important. He decided to confront her directly. "Mother, I found incriminating evidence of corruption and embezzlement in the city, involving powerful people. And that evidence was hidden in Dad's warehouse." "What do you know about it?" said Ada firmly, holding the box of evidence in her trembling hands. Ada's mother bowed her head for a moment, seeming to carry an unbearable weight on her shoulders. Finally, she looked into her son's eyes and sighed deeply. "Ada, your father was investigating corruption in the city. He discovered a network of influential people who had been involved in illegal and corrupt activities for years. He was determined to expose them and fight for justice. But he disappeared," Ada's mother said, her voice choked with emotion. Ada felt a mixture of sadness, anger, and confusion. He had longed for answers for so long, and now they were coming, but they also brought with them a flood of pain and disappointment. "Your departure was a carefully crafted plan to protect you and me. Your father knew you were in danger, so he decided to sacrifice himself so that we could live safely. He left the diary, the evidence, and the depository as a legacy so that you could continue to fight this corruption," Ada's mother explained with tears in her eyes. Ada was stunned by the revelation, but he also felt a new determination growing within him. He not only needed to seek the truth, but also to honor his father's legacy and ensure that justice prevailed. Together, mother and son thoroughly analyzed the evidence found in the box. They devised a plan to expose the corruption and involve the proper authorities. Ada knew it would not be an easy battle, but he was willing to face the challenges to clear his father's name and ensure a better future for the city. With the support of his mother and his father's diary as a guide, Ada plunged headlong into the investigation, seeking alliances, collecting more evidence, and preparing to face the consequences. He was determined to follow in his father's footsteps and bring to light the hidden truth. In time, Ada's investigation revealed a corruption scheme that was much deeper and more dangerous than he could have imagined. Influential people were involved in criminal activities, affecting the lives of everyone in the city. Ada faced threats, intimidation, and even attempts to silence him, but he did not give up.